Everyone believes in God. Well, not exactly the same idea of God, and not everyone consciously accepts it, hence the plethora of atheists who do not recognize a God. But that's okay, because whether it be God, Allah, Brahman, spirits, or the general feeling of something else, we all subconsciously feel a pull towards something greater than ourselves. You know why? Because we all know what is right and wrong. We have morals, a conscience. We incorporate these intrinsic values and feelings into our everyday decisions subconsciously. Whether or not we act upon them, they're still there, and we can't turn them off. So how did they get there? What controls what our conscience believes? The truth is, we don't know. Scientists have been looking for an answer, but so far, they've found jack squat. Some might say they've been passed down, they're societal. But the question still remains, who had the first idea to be nice? Who taught the first human to be moral? And how did they teach the rest of us? We just don't know. On another note, I would like to ask, why do you do good things? A Catholic might say, to get into heaven. A Buddhist might say, to be reincarnated into nirvana. A Rastafarian might say, to spread the good vibes. And an atheist would probably say, because it's the morally right thing to do. They would argue that they don't have to believe in a God, that they do what is right, simply because it is what makes them happy, because they feel good. So I ask, why do you feel good helping other people? Natural selection would have us, the surviving species, working solely in our own interests. If we believe in science, and only science, without any consideration of higher beings, then every single act we do must benefit us, and only us, increasing our genetic fitness or personal happiness. Yet this is not true. For some reason, we are, on some occasions, compelled to sacrifice ourselves for a moment to increase another's happiness. We call this doing something nice. This is because we subconsciously recognize that there is a greater good than ourselves, aka God. If we did not, there would literally be no reason to do anything nice or good. A person not acknowledging a higher power would be the epitome of selfishness and evil, with the sole goal of improving their own lives. Furthermore, if such a person examined their life for any time at all, they would recognize that everything is utterly pointless and therefore have no reason to do anything, except for personal gain. Others might argue that humans are inherently good, so we do good things because it is in our nature. If so, how did we get that way? Also, without a universal standard of morality, how do we know what good is? Asking good without a religious or spiritual background is like asking someone floating in space what up is. The only answer you could possibly receive would be arbitrary and thus pointless. Therefore, our goodness must have another source. Even if we don't understand or know what that source is, we can still recognize that it is something beyond humans. Recap. God comes in many forms, but regardless of how, or even if you recognize such a power, your subconscious is aware and thus compels you to act accordingly. We call these morals. Without them, we would be evil. We are not evil, we have morals. They come from somewhere, not humans. Must be something else. Maybe call that God. Bam. You believe in God.